A prenuptial agreement, or a prenup for short, is a contract signed by two people who are preparing to get married that sets out how their property will be divided if they get divorced. In this video, we'll cover what prenuptial agreements are, how Maryland courts view them, how to draft an enforceable prenup, and more. Make sure that you watch to the end of this video so you can download a fillable prenup that's accepted by Maryland courts. First, what exactly is a prenup? A prenup requires each party to disclose his or her assets, including bank accounts and real estate, as well as debts and liabilities. After all financial matters have been disclosed, both parties sign a contract binding them to an agreement to split their property in a particular manner should they part ways. An important thing to know about prenups is that they don't have the final say in any matters related to child custody or child support. These are the purview of the court, which is mandated to protect the interests of minors. Let's take a look at how Maryland law treats prenups, which is slightly different than other states. Maryland is one of the states that has not yet adopted a standardized law pertaining to prenups. Instead, its courts treat prenups in especially the same way they treat other contracts. The state has a statute known as the family law, which says prenups can direct alimony arrangements. Alimony payments or spousal support payments are the payments that one spouse makes to another, provided their financial situations are unequal, following a divorce. In many states, prenups can't cover alimony, but the family law says that if a prenup includes a provision that a court can't modify stated alimony arrangements, the court will honor this provision. The only legal exception applies when one party is a resident of an institution, such as a hospital or a nursing facility. Check out the Maryland Health Code for more information about this exception. In general, a Maryland court will uphold a prenup that was freely, willingly, and knowingly signed by both parties. This means both parties fully disclosed all of the details of their financial situations and fully understood what they were getting into by signing the contract. It can be difficult to prove that a prenup should be overturned. This burden rests with the party challenging the agreement. Courts in some states will overturn a prenup if some provisions are proven to be unfair, but in Maryland that isn't the case. We can turn to case law for an example. In a case decided by the Court of Special Appeals in 2013, we see that the court considered first whether full disclosure was made before the agreement was signed. It was not, so the court tested the validity of the prenup by other standards. This test had two prongs. The court asked whether the challenger benefited from the agreement to such a degree that the prenup could still be considered fair, and whether the challenger entered into the agreement freely. Though there wasn't a full disclosure of financial circumstances when the agreement was signed, still the challenger would receive alimony and a fair share of the marital assets, so the prenup was enforced. Still, it's a good idea to take measures to ensure your prenup is legally and easily enforceable. First, be fully transparent about your assets and liabilities. If you hide an account or a facet of your financial situation, a judge could later decide that the contract is fraudulent. It's also a good idea to sign the agreement well in advance of the wedding. This gives a judge the impression that both parties had time to think through the consequences of the contract. To provide an extra layer of protection, both parties should seek separate and independent legal advice. And while it's not required, it's wise to sign the prenup in the presence of a notary public. You can get an agreement that will be accepted by a Maryland court at the link right here. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos that can help you navigate through the legalities of marriage, divorce, and pretty much any other milestone in life.